this is DJ Edu, representing One Extra, DNA Destination Africa, where I blaze African street beats from 12 till 2 on a Wednesday night. I'm from Kenya, Nairobi. Nairobi is the city, the major city in Kenya, and it's called the City in the Sun. The vibe is just off of that. It's just happy, easygoing. I started off as a dancer actually, but the DJs used to get all the attention, so I switched to DJ. At that time, house music was any traditional, like, local stuff that appealed to the young people, the youth at the time. Then came the fusion that was called kapuka. That's what they called it, because that's how the beat sounds. Kapuka, kapu, kapu, kapu. That's how the beat sounds. Because a combination of house, which is straight house beats, and a very popular rhythm, the Bam Bam rhythm. Yes, that's a dancehall rhythm. A Murder, She Wrote, all those. So kind of combined the two, and then came the music for the youth. Me naitwa DJ Edu na natoka Nairobi. I ended up here in 1999. Came from Kenya. I came here to do a course in audio engineering. That's what brought me here initially. So I started out doing clubs, Kenyan clubs, then went on to doing a Nigerian club. Then last year I won the mixing DJ, I got the top Kenyan DJ award in the UK as well. Getting the show has made me realize the strength in the youth, and actually we have a platform to showcase the music that the young people are doing or putting through from Africa.
DJ Edu, I'd rank him as among the best selectors or DJs.
My man Two-Face from West Africa. He's from Nigeria. This album is quite cool because it's got a fusion of different styles, both folk and urban stuff. My favorite song on this track is number 9, Keep On Rocking, because it's got a kind of soca vibe to it. So, a new kid from South Africa, Loyiso, who's now called LB. Despite having some Kwaito influence and everyone doing Kwaito in South Africa, he stepped up and said, you know what, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do R&B. So he's street, and I like street, you know. Very nice R&B. One guy that's done the fusion thing really well, fusing R&B with hip-hop and Arabic stuff as well, is Amagab from East Africa, where I'm from, Nairobi, Kenya. We come with Sema. This album is Mwewe. I'm really proud of them because they came through a load of people to win the East African Pop Idol and represent Kenya in South Africa. And the track I'm going to play you is actually an Edu exclusive remix of that, to just show you how far the DNA show has come, representing the streets of Africa. Most of the music is not readily available, so I'll definitely have to go up to Central London, go to South London. It's a trek all over London trying to look for the music, just to keep the show fresh. Obviously the Akon. Most definitely do a kind of mix with the Missy, because it's quite fast. You can put in with a lot of African stuff, definitely. The DMX would be good to put in some energy to some of the African rappers that are coming up right now. And obviously R&B joints like maybe Chris Brown and stuff. And also some garage as well, because I know the garage stuff, a lot of African people are doing it. Like Lethal Beats coming in as well, so you know, anything of African origin or anything that's African influence anyway, basically. And yeah, we're at One Extra. There's actually One Extra establishment. That's the studio right there. That's where I do my show. And on today's show, trust me, you need to keep it locked to the station, because I'm taking you to hip-hop, dancehall, R&B, and drum and bass. African drum and bass isn't that big. I feel a great responsibility because I'm probably playing the only show that plays this kind of music in the country so far. Like repping for the youth, repping for the streets, and repping for Africa as well. So that's a huge responsibility. I'm mostly worried about, you know, covering the whole of Africa, because some people will be like, you know, our music was never featured on that show. But it's not like that, you know. Just send me your music and I'll definitely play it. Calling out to all music makers, all producers, all artists, all singers. Send your music to the BBC attention to DJ Edu, and I'll play it for you.
Destination Africa with me, DJ Edu. Right about now, it's all about Africa.
You will not find like an African club per se. It will be an African club, but it plays a few African joints, but majority of it is the most common music. African music hasn't had a place to be showcased, a platform to be put on so people can listen to it and be exposed to it. There's never been, you know, as much fuss as there is now. So I think this is the time for it to grow, really, because it's been given a platform and now you can showcase African music on the BBC, which is the biggest network in the world. So I think there's hope now for African music. I met my wife in a club, and it's kind of funny because first time I saw her, I just said, she's the one. And I walked up to her and asked her, will you marry me? She's like, you must be crazy.
He was DJing at a nightclub, and I was DJing at a nightclub. He asked me, will you marry me? Which I thought was a very corny line. I mean, I was born here, but grew up in Zimbabwe, and that's where my family's from. I've always felt that Zimbabwe is my home. Unfortunately, you know, the problems, and it's just, there's so much going on right now. Now with this show, it's amazing how many Africans are out there trying to do their thing, you know, and it's great to see that there will be this crossover eventually. I think it's inevitable anyway. You know, it's just a matter of time. We've just never been given the chance to shine, if you like.
My name is DJ Dubwise, and this evening we're based at the Twilight nightclub. That personally, as a DJ, I like playing my African music because it takes me back home and it also keeps me in check with where I'm from.
My name is Melvin. When you sit down and listen to it, it makes you feel like you're home.
I am reborn. What you find about African music, there's always a message behind it. It's not just shake your booty or move your hands kind of thing. It's about life, it's about the way we've grown up, our health, poverty in Africa.
I make it a point so that I don't lose my African touch to go to Africa at least 2 or 3 times a year. Last time I went there, we had 10,000 people come out to rave. That was really good. I was speaking Swahili on radio, and people were like, oh, you can actually speak the language. The love I received, it was really cool.
The way he mixes, the way he blends in different sounds. I've actually sat down and watched him DJ, and he's phenomenal.
When I go back for one extra, man, I hope I come back. That's what I say. But I mean, I'm really looking forward to going back to Kenya, especially representing the music and going back with something, you know, for the industry, you know, because I'm giving them an opportunity to showcase their music, their hard work, other than just going back and saying, oh, hello people, I'm back. At least this time I'm going back and bringing something to the thing. Wasemi aje mko fresh lakini DJ Du hapa representing one extra tuonane Kenya, the motherland.
Jua yanga kwangu kibuli chafunika kibuli chanipita tena.